So the day before yesterday, we were discussing about object-oriented programming concepts. In the object-oriented programming concepts, we were discussing about the topic of encapsulation. What was that? Encapsulation and class. See, object-oriented programming system, you adopt that system and design your programming language. Then your programming language is said to be object-oriented programming language. Something similar to business process management is adopted and Pega rules process commander is being designed. Then Pega is said to be PPM tool. Business process management system is being adopted. Appian is being designed. Then Appian is said to be BPM system. Like so, some methodology is being adapted and developed. Something else is being developed. Like that, object-oriented programming concepts. Object-oriented programming system. See, if you are going to come up with your own programming language and its compiler design, if that programming language is built, developed based on object-oriented programming system, then your programming language is said to be object-oriented programming language. So like Java is built based on object-oriented programming, C++ and C#, VB, and like many other things are there, programming languages. All these programming languages will have one similarity, common thing called as object-oriented programming concepts implemented in it. In the same way, Pega rules process command environment, for its Pega rules process commanders engine and all, it has been written using Java. It has been written internally using Java. Means your development will proceed on Java only. Okay, but you are not going to experience the syntaxes, programming and all. You will do everything in the user interface model. But still, the concepts of object-oriented programming are required to be implemented while you are implementing any functional components here in Pega. Conceptually, you should use it to achieve all the best practices, best results and all. Now, so in that, one of the concept is encapsulation. If you are creating any functional components, what object-oriented programming system says is that functional components and attributes must be placed or enclosed within a package. Within a package. Package means some box, let's say. Within a box you place it. Okay, that's how it should be. Like what do they say? So it should be enclosed. It should be enclosed within something. So this has been enclosed. Here you are writing. Here you are writing something. Okay, some functionalities. So functionalities you are going to write. These functionalities plus attributes. These attributes. So all are being enclosed within a class. This is how you should have your programming language being developed. So that concept they have given a name as encapsulation. Encapsulation means grouping of attributes plus functional components. Grouping of attributes plus functional components into a single unit, as a single unit, into a single unit. So that is called encapsulation. Without being encapsulated, it doesn't produce any behavior. It doesn't produce any behavior. Let's say, for example, I have RAM. If I take out the RAM as a standalone component, is it going to produce any functional behavior? No. I have a CPU, central processing unit. I have taken it out and separately I had kept it aside. Is it going to produce any functional behavior? No. When I enclose all this into one single box, which is called as computer or laptop, then the RAM is going to produce any functional behavior? Yes or no? CPU is going to have any functional behavior? Overall, all this functional behavior you will experience on your computer, right? So every functional component that you create must be enclosed within some box. Then only it will have some meaning and it can be showing some behavior. That's how this entire world will work. So if we are going to take out the heart I have taken out. Separately I have taken out. Is it going to function? Kidney I have taken out. Is it going to function? All these are enclosed in a single unit called as our body. So when it is connected to each other in our body, everything is placed properly, then only we are expressing our behavior. We are expressing some behavior because of all these functional components are working, right? So like this is how everything that you see in this world is encapsulation, TV, fridge, AC, computer, radio, phone, yourself. Everything in this world is encapsulation. So object-oriented programming system is not a magic. It is being taken from the real life. It is being taken from the real life. Now, okay, this encapsulation concept, whatever you told, I will implement in my programming language. So when I implement, I may not be giving the name as encapsulation. I can come up with some other name, but overall its theme will be like encapsulation. Okay, so programming language developers, they have implemented encapsulation in their programming language. They named it as class. Which means encapsulation concept in real world programming is said to be class. So class is collection of attributes plus functionalities. No? Encapsulation is attributes plus functionalities. Encapsulation is equal to class. Class is equal to encapsulation. That means class is grouping of attributes plus functional components. Understand clear? Class will produce some behavior when it has attributes plus functional components. If you take car as a class, example of class is car. Car will have functional components: engine, petrol tank, steering, gearbox. All these are functional components. These are everything enclosed inside a roof called as, you're calling it as a car. Okay. And what are the attributes? Attributes I'm asking. Yeah, attributes can be speedometer to show you, but gear number, number one gear, car will go slowly. That is controlling. No, it's attribute value. Attribute is controlling your system. Okay, gear number 5 means it is going to go on super fast. Okay, so these attributes will be used to control the respective class behavior system and all respective system. So attributes are needed or not needed? Definitely, everything will have attributes. Every system will have functional components, no doubt about it. Every system will have attributes. Without attributes, it doesn't know how to get proceeded further. Okay, you want to purchase a product, you should tell how many quantity. No, you did not tell any quantity. Can I give you a product? You are not coming up with attribute, but I cannot serve you anything. No, so you say I need 5 soaps, then I can give you 5 soaps. Okay, that attribute is must. Okay, so class is collection of attributes plus functional component. Take a fan. You want fan, but you are going to use some attributes on the fan. No? What are the attributes? 1, 2, 3. That how many rotations per minute will be decided by 1. 1 means 100 rotations per minute. 2 means 200 rotations, for example. 3 means 300 rotations. Speed you are deciding by attribute. Attribute is deciding the functioning. It should go with the functioning of 100 rotations per minute, 200 rotations per minute, or 300 rotations by an attribute value that you have programmed. So without attribute, you think about the fan. Doesn't work out, right? So whenever you are going to create any functional components, definitely along with that attributes will be there that are useful in that particular program. Okay, here you go. Now this is about class. Class is collection of attributes plus functional components. Next we are going to discuss about generalized concept called as inheritance. Okay, but before we discuss about inheritance, we need to think about the real world business structure. We need to think about what? Real world business structure. It's not that simply I tell you inheritance is taking the functional components from one class to another class. No, you need to understand the purpose of this. But let me tell you just a high level first of all. Inheritance is a concept in object oriented programming system which has been adapted from the real human life. Okay, so encapsulation is human life, or encapsulation itself is human. From the human life again, inheritance concept is been derived and has been kept in object oriented programming system. What is the inheritance meaning? Inheritance meaning in our real life, it is called as succession. Okay, succession means our family tree. Just I'll come from grandfather level. Grandfather, Grandfather has a child who is father. Actually, if I say grandfather means grandchild is there. Grandfather, father, grandchild. 3 levels I am taking. Child is there, no. Child has right to access the property of father. Yes or no? Generally, you tell me. Father has right to access the property of his father. Yes or no? Now I will ask you another one. Tell me legal. Father has right to access child property generally. Is it having a legal right? Generally. The same manner they have designed the technology. Okay. Now there are two children are there. Child 1, child 2. What do you call them? Siblings. You call them as siblings. Sibling 1 has right to access the property of sibling 2. True or false?
False.
Sibling 1 has right to access from sibling 2. Means siblings accessibility is there or not there? Not there. Okay. So inheritance means it's a real life concept. In inheritance concept, parent and child relation will be there. What relation will be there? Parent and child relation will be there. But relation between, here I told you relation between human beings. But here in programming language, relation between parent and child relation between what? See, you should never think about the functional component and attribute alone. You think about all this is there. You cannot think about your heart alone. You think about the human being. When human being you think about, everything will come inside. So between classes, inheritance is a relation defined between classes. It's a relation defined between classes. You call it as parent and child relation. You call it as parent and child. Okay, look at here now. Just generally I'm telling. Class A. It will have some functional components and attributes. Okay, I'll tell you like this. I'll do one thing. Generally, example, no? Class A. Okay, so it has some F1 as a functional component. Okay, F1 as a functional component. Now I am writing class B. Just for your understanding, I'm writing in Pega. We will not write like this. Pega, everything is UI based. Class B. What I am saying in a general knowledge, general language perspective, common language, inherits from class A. I said like this just for your better understanding. Inherits from what? Class A. Now access F1 here. Is it possible or not possible? It is possible or not possible? It is possible. Why it is possible? Child can access anything from the parent, attributes of the parent or functional components of the parent, anything it can access. When you are designing your system, you are going to create functional components and attributes. For that, you are going to first create a class. Okay. Inside class, you place the attributes plus functional components. Okay. Then you will be able to access the functional components and attributes from one class to another class. You will be able to access it. How? When you define inheritance relation between the classes. When you define inheritance relation between the classes. If you define inheritance relation between the classes, where one class is going to act as a parent, the other class is going to act as a child. Child can access the parent class features. Parent class features will be accessible to child, but not vice versa. Child class can access the attributes and functional components of parent, but not vice versa. Understand clear, everyone? Parent cannot access child functionalities. Okay. If you consider the family tree structure, bottom to top will be accessible to bottom. Bottom will not be accessible to top. This and all we need while we are doing practicals. That's why I'm teaching. Many of you might be knowing about all these things. But now you tell me, you know about this, many of you, but you tell me, if I am creating functional components and attributes, why should I create in many different classes? I can create in a single class, right? Everything for my application, whatever I need, I'll create one class and I'll place everything there. My application will run fine, no issues. Why should I come up creating class 1, class 2, class 2 inherit from class 1, access from class 1 to class 2? Why should I do all this? You understand my question? Online students. Sir, why should I go with creating these many classes? Here I have shown you 2. In real time, there will be 100. So many relations. Why this much of this many classes and all? Okay, I will tell you. See, for this to understand, you should not say simply the technical words and all. You should give a reason. Do you have a reason for this? You said reusability. What is the reason? Why should I achieve reusability? Just think about it. Okay, let me tell you. See, now you need to think about the business, real world. Come into the real world business. Okay. Each class will differ from each functionality. Why should you do that? Why you should have each class a different functionality? Place all the functionalities in single class. Doesn't your application going to process anything? Is your application going to process your transactions or not? Everything I placed in a single class, my application will run fine or not? It will run fine. Then why should I go with so many classes? Yes. Okay. I'll tell you with an example. Okay. To avoid rework multiples. Okay. I'll tell you with an example. Now, you are going to set up a business. Let's say you are going to set up a business. Bank. You are now trying to set up a bank. Consider bank is an application. Entire bank is one application. In that bank, you are going to have some features, right? Some processing units and all. Correct? Yes, sir. So maybe loans department will be there. We call it as a department. Each department you consider it to be a class. Each department you consider, because each department will have its own behavior. No, each loan department will have a behavior of processing the loans, where it will have attributes plus functional components related to processing the loan. Account opening is separate department, loan is separate department, insurance is separate department. Now, why should I have these many departments? Can I not have only one department does everything? Is my business not going to run if I'm going to do that? It will run or not? My business will run, no issues. I have only one department who will do everything. My business will run. But why now I am segregating? Why I am segregating? Oh, you 10 work on account creation. This you are department 1. You 10 work on loans processing. You are department 2. You 10 work on insurance processing. You are department 3. Why I am segregating? Correct. Whatever you told is correct. Sure. What is that? What is the reason you are segregating the real world businesses like this? Easy to manage and maintain. Easy to manage and maintain. See, your technology is meant for creating the digital products. Yes or no? Technology is meant for what purpose? Digital products. You create digital product. This digital product should match with the real world or not. Really, you have one business. You are not doing it by using any software application. So you have a store there. In the store you are selling, but now you come up with one software digital product application of your store that is already there. Whatever the process you are following, whatever the departments that are there, everything that is happening today in your store, you are going to bring that same processing digitally and make it available to the customers. Yes or no? Means your digital products should adhere to your real world. Without matching, any use? Should match your business exactly. What is the setup that you have for your business? Same type of setup should be there for your digital product. Architecture should be there. The architecture of your business should be there for your digital product. So your digital product architecture is a replica of your real business, physical business. Yes or no? Now, I have one setup called a bank. Digitally, it is an application. I have 3 departments. Now, what are the 3 departments which are processing units? Yes or no? Which one will have a behavior in the technology? Which one will be executable and can be doing processing? Which one? Which one in the technology will have a processing behavior? Online students. Which one will have processing behavior in the technology? Technology I'm asking, not in the real world. In your technology, this is called as technology. In the technology, which one will have a behavior of processing? What is your laptop?
Compiler.
What do you call as laptop? A laptop, if you digitally compare with the technology, laptop is equivalent to what? I told you example also a few minutes back, right? Laptop is equivalent to class. Laptop is equivalent to class. Your entire laptop will have a behavior, or processing unit will have a behavior? Entire laptop will have a behavior. That's what you are expecting, right? So the behavior will be there for classes or individual functional components. Classes will have a behavior. Now your departments will have a behavior. Departments will act on processing something. The department I want to set up digitally in my technology. So what should I set up in my technology now? One department is equal to one class. I have 3 departments, means in my application, how many classes I should have? 3 classes I should have. Make sense now? Every one of you. I'll tell you the problem with you. You're not trying to retain the concept in your mind because you do not have that training and practice. You're just listening. Just a few minutes back, I told you class example of laptop is class. Class example is laptop. You're not able to recollect. So try to get that practice from now onwards. Okay. You should be a person who can quickly match with what you have learned. This matching is missing, then the learning will be incomplete. Okay. So you are going to have your physical business setup that you want to replicate in as a digital product. So bank you had set up as application. Now in the application you have classes. What are the classes? Class banking operations. What is that? Banking operations. This is one class. Okay. Another class. Class what's that you told? Loan processing. This is another class. One more class. Now am I getting the need of creating multiple classes in my application? How am I getting the need of creating multiple classes? Why should I create multiple classes in my application? Easy of maintenance. That is, considering the real world business, to replicate the real world business, I should come up with multiple classes. There is no other go. And why you are having so many departments in real world? Easy to maintain. Why you are having so many classes? Easy to maintain. Okay. Now I will come up with one more department. I will tell you. Separate department is there. Who will take care of verification? See, when you are onboarding, verification department will be there. No, generally. In the same way, if you are applying for loan, they should verify your details you submitted as or no. You are staying at the same place what you have submitted. You are getting the same salary as what you have mentioned. You are paying the same taxes as what you have mentioned in the documents. They have to verify. While taking insurance policy, let's say you are taking health insurance, they have to ask you to go and go to our hospital. There they will do minimum tests and all, and then they will submit as the report. Whatever you told, we should believe. So that report we will match against, and accordingly will decide whether to give you health insurance policy or not. So like this, verification department is there. What is that? Class verification. One department is there. This department's task is to verify maybe loan processing time or insurance processing time or bank account opening. Maybe some different accounts will be there where verification is needed. Now you tell me one thing. Think about it is in a general perspective, real life. This verification department is going to work for all other departments or for itself only? Online students. Verification department is going to work for all other departments. Maybe banking department wants to communicate with verification department, utilize their functionalities. In reality, these people will go and give them the documents. They will go and do it. But technology, technology, everything should be done automatically in the process. Now, verification is a department which is a common department, which has the functional components and attributes which can be commonly utilized by banking system, insurance system, as well as loan processing department. All that. Then verification is going to be parent or child. Considering with matching with inheritance, is it going to be parent or child? Who will be supplying? Who will be supplying? The functional features that are there with me are needed by someone else. Means, am I going to be parent or child? The property I have can be accessed by someone else. Am I going to be parent or child? Parent. Verification. Now, when you are creating banking, inherits from what? Because at runtime, so where would you initiate the transaction? Banking department or verification department? Where would you initiate the transaction? Loan department. You want a loan. Loan transaction will be initiated at loan department or verification department? Loan department transaction will be initiated. It will get processed. Some point in time, it will go and utilize take the features of verification department and perform certain tasks and proceed forward further with the loan. Yes or no? Means loan department, banking department, insurance department, they may have to access the functional features of verification department. That will be top level. That will be top level. Look at here. Oh, paint is not working. So this is what you will be able to understand now. Tree structure. Verification will be there at the top. Bank, insurance, loans may be siblings. Understand clear? So you are creating so many classes. Why you are creating so many classes? To match with the real world structure of easy to maintain, easy to manage. This is one thing. Now, among these classes, you might be defining the inheritance relation. Why you are defining inheritance relation? Look at here. See, there is no common verification department. Imagine there is no department like verification. Only banking, loan, and insurance are there. But these three requires verification facility or not? If there is no verification department separately, what should happen? One person should be available here for the verification at the banking place, banking operations. You need a functional component for verifying. Same functional component, you also need a loan. Input you might be giving a different one, but overall functional component is same. No, same functional component should also be available in insurance. How many times you are having one functional component created? 3 times you are creating. Hey, why should I create 3 times? Why should I hire 3 people? One person here, one person here, one person here. I will deploy only one person separately. Third party, let's say for example, for our better, every department will reach out to them and give them. That's it. Same way, instead of creating functional component 3 places, create it only one place. No. Separately, you create a class and maintain that verification functional component. Anyone want to use it, they will use it. If they want to utilize it, what must be there? What relation must be there? Parent and child relation. How would you define parent and child relation? By means of inheritance concept. So you understand why we need inheritance concept in technology? Why do we need inheritance concept? What is the reason for inheritance concept to exist in technology? So first thing is to match the real world structure. In the real world, there will be a need of a department accessing another department. So to match that, in technology, we come up with 2 classes for 2 departments. Here, one class wants to access features of another class. It is possible only when there is a relation between these 2 classes, parent and child relation. That is been defined by the technology developers as inheritance. Okay, that's the need for inheritance in the technology. Everyone clear? Online students. So now if I ask you, what are the advantages of inheritance? You have inheritance defined for some reason. Okay, you are telling since very beginning, easy to maintain, easy to manage. This and all is advantages. It's that those are not the reasons. As a result of maintaining the inheritance relationship, you are getting some advantages. What are the advantages? Inheritance advantages.
Cost
Okay.
effective.
Reusability. Reusability means instead of creating the functional component 3 times, how many times you are creating? Only 1 time. Second one, obviously, as you told, it is cost effective. Okay. Next, third one, easy to maintain. Easy to maintain and manage. Easy to maintain and manage, obviously. Okay. The same way we have come across with the same points in framework and implementation application. That is inheritance between applications. This is inheritance between classes. Understand? That is also a kind of inheritance zone. That is among applications. This is among classes. Now I will tell you one additional point. There are 3 classes. Class A, B, C. B inherits from A. C inherits from B. B can utilize the functionalities of A. Yes or no? C can utilize the functionalities of B. Yes or no? C also can utilize the functionalities of A. This is generally how it works in real life. A grandchild can access the property of father as well as grandfather. Yes or no? Same. This chain. Okay. So this chain will be like will be applicable to n number of levels. Okay. The bottom level can access top level also, which is there connected in the chain. Okay. So now, in the same way, a class can access the functional features of its parent plus parent of parent plus parent of parent of parent and so on. This point you need to keep in mind. Everyone clear? We discussed about the inheritance in general, not in the Pega. This is universal concept. Universally, what is the purpose of inheritance? What are the advantages of having inheritance relation? Defined. Anyone has any doubts or any questions in this? These concepts we need in our development. During development, we need to think about reusability. We need to think about ease of maintenance. Accordingly, we should design our system. Accordingly, we should design our system. So while designing, we'll not simply design just like that. We will set up everything, okay, in a proper way. Why should I have these many classrooms? Why can't I teach every training in the same classroom? Is that good? That will not be good. It is difficult to maintain, difficult to manage and all. I should have different tree structure being designed, Pega here, Devops there. Okay, easy to maintain, easy to manage and all. Okay. Okay. Next, inheritance, how it will be available in Pega, I will tell you later. Inheritance, you understand. Next one is types of classes. What is that? Types of class. But before that, I will go to organization structure. I'll go to organization structure. See, in the organization structure, yesterday I have shown you. Let me open once again. Organization structure will have organization, divisions, and units. See, organization, divisions, and units will be there, right? Now, divisions are connected to organization. Units are connected to division. Yesterday also we discussed about the same. Out of these 3 levels, which level the actual business will run? Unit level. Then what about organization and division? Organization and division will supply common reusable components of different divisions. For all divisions, some common component is there. All divisions and all units, one functional component is there which is needed commonly. Where do you place that? For all the units of all divisions, one common component you will place in organization. Understand? Only for these 2 units, there is a common functional component you want to utilize. Where do you place? In the respective division which is connected to it. So the relation between organization and divisions and units, these lines are there, no? These are inheritance. These are inheritance relation. That means these are all classes. These are all organization class, division class, unit classes. At which classes, which level of classes the functional processing is being done? Organization, division or unit? Unit level only. Unit level actual processing will happen. Transaction gets initiated, it will get processed. At runtime, if it requires any common features, it will take from division. If not there in division, it will go and take from organization. Parent of parent is parent. Understand clear? Now I will explain you types of classes and the purpose. See, in technology, there are two types of classes. Available. First one is, let's say, abstract class. Second one is concrete class. Actually, first one is concrete, second one is abstract. Okay, concrete class. I will tell you. See, whether it is abstract or concrete, leave about this first word, abstract, concrete. What remains? Class. A class contains, what does a class contains? Attributes plus functional comment. That means whether it is abstract to type or whether it is concrete type, no matter, it contains attributes will be there plus functional components will be there. Okay, here also both will be there. Then what is this type of class? Let me tell you. Class. Transaction can be initiated. This technically they call it as instantiation. We don't go for technical words now. Transaction can be initiated in meaningful, understandable or not. If you have attributes plus functional components in concrete class is the place where transaction can be initiated. That ability is there for concrete class. That's how technology develops as designed. When they're designing one concrete class features, they have designed it with a feature of transaction initiation ability is there for the class, that is given to it. Understand? Okay. Next one here, transaction cannot be initiated. Let me take it top. Cannot be initiated. Understand everyone clear? What is the difference between abstract and concrete class from this statement? What you can say? What is that initializing? What you are initializing is different. Initiating. What is so what is the difference between abstract and concrete from this statements? Abstract means transaction cannot be initiated. Concrete means can be initiated, but both will have attributes plus functionalities. No? See, you take a concrete class. Okay, now I will tell you. See, technology developers have come up with classes for executable purpose. You execute to make the transaction to produce some behavior. Okay, why they again segregated into concrete and abstract? This is also in order to match the real world only. I'll tell you. Few minutes back we discussed about different departments in a bank. Banking operations, loan, insurance, verification. Out of these four, with your general knowledge, can you tell me which department can initiate the transaction, which departments cannot initiate the transactions? Listen to my question and then answer. Okay, you don't answer what is there in your mind. Online someone has pinged something which I did not even ask. Be with me, be with the class, have the focus. Whenever I ask you this, you can respond. I'm not asking about what you said. I'm asking about which departments will have access to initiate and will not have access to initiate. You know, 4 departments. Tell me which department doesn't have access to, cannot initiate the transaction. Which one?
Verification.
Department is not for initiating any transaction. You go to verification department and ask them, I want a banking. What do? They will redirect you to go their banking department. You ask them for loan. We are not authorized, man. Please go with loan department. You ask them for insurance. We are not authorized to do that. Go to insurance department. Go to respective department. They'll do verification department. They don't. Why? That's the system how it is designed. System is being designed in such a way that, hey, you verification department, you collect the documents and go for verification, but you don't have right to create a loan or insurance or bank. That's not okay. That's how the system is designed. Now, how do you replicate the same system digitally? Verification is also one class. No, class is executable. No, generally. Verification is also one class. You need a class for verification, but that class should not have any ability to initiate the transaction. Yes or no? That is needed in the technology when you're setting up. For that reason, they have come up with abstract. You create a class verification, but create it as, I will tell you here, abstract class. Abstract verification. Abstract verification means what? It is a class, it will have functional components plus attributes, but you cannot initiate. You try to execute it, it says I am an abstract class, I cannot create any transaction. That's what it shows a message in the UI. Understand clear, everyone? So executable classes, non-executable classes, that's needed as per the business structure. So they come up with executable classes as concrete classes, they come up with non-executable classes as abstract classes. That's the need of having abstract and concrete classes in the technology. It's not that you learn about what is abstract, what is concrete. Why abstract classes are there? What is the reason abstract classes are there? Just to satisfy the real world business structure. That is much needed. Your technology is not matching with the real world business structure, means this goes wrong. This goes wrong and you will be in losses. Okay. So this is how abstract class is something which cannot be having any authorization or authority or access to initiate the transaction. Concrete class you can initiate. Generally I am saying not always. If this is the case, with the example what we have discussed, loan processing, all this example we discussed, no? In that, verification is the higher class, remaining on lower classes. From this, usually higher classes are what type of classes? Abstract classes are concrete classes, usually.
Abstract.
Abstract.
Usually higher level we have seen here. These are all lower level. What is at the higher level? Verification. That is abstract. I am not saying that always higher level classes are abstract. Usually abstract classes will occupy the place at the higher level because those are the classes non-executable, plus those are the classes usually maintain the reusable components. Each individual class of loan insurance will operate the business respective business. They are specific, but which is common? Verification. That too, no transaction initiation means abstract. Usually it is going at the higher level. No, that's what usually in any technology abstract classes are higher classes. Is it a statement that I made always abstract classes are higher level classes? Does it mean concrete class cannot be higher level class? Does it mean usually abstract class are higher level? Does it mean concrete class can never be a higher level class? I did not say that. You need to understand it specifically to the every inch. I did not say that concrete class can never be a parent of another concrete. It is possible to be a parent. Any class can be parent of any other class. But the real world, how you are setting up business, following that, usually for any business you see across the globe, usually abstract levels are higher. Understand clear, everyone? If you are, while you are developing also any application, usually abstract will go at the higher level. Now come to the diagram. Top level, ordination, division, and unit. Unit is the place where transaction gets initiated. Now, I told you an example of movie production house, distributors, cinema theaters. Who will make the transaction initiated of sales? Theaters only. You go to distributor, he will not give you ticket, he will not sell you tickets. You go to production house, only theaters have that right to sell the tickets. Yes or no? It should be satisfied here, no? So top two levels will become what? Abstract. That means always organization will become abstract, division will become abstract, unit will become concrete. Concrete is the class where transaction will be initiated. In real world business example also, same is matching or not, satisfied or not. That's how your technology should always satisfy the real world. Otherwise technology will become useless. Understand clear, everyone? So as it has the ability, it should not do whatever it wants. You should utilize the technology in such a way that it should match the real world exactly. That's how you should utilize. You have the ability to utilize the way you want. You put concrete above, abstract below. You can place it. But are you going to do that? You're not going to do it. Why you are not doing it? Because I am always thinking about, while designing the technical aspects, I'm always thinking about the real world. This is what I was telling from the beginning. You want to be a good developer, it's not only technical aspect, but also real business you need to understand. You should have a clear idea of the business. Then you learn the technology. While utilizing the technology, always think about the real world and implement the same architectural design using the technical aspects. Understand clear? You want to be a good technical developer, then you must have the knowledge about technology plus real business. You are a business analyst role. You need only knowledge about business. Okay. You are a business owner. You need knowledge only about business. You are a developer. You need knowledge about technology as well as business. A developer with good technical skills plus with good business skills will become a solution architect. He will become a solution architect. So you know only construction, means you will take one brick on top. You know only construction. Then what you will become? You will become a worker. Okay. You know construction plus design planning. You understand geographical situations. You know how to plan it, to draw the plan and design. At the same time, if required, you will also do the construction work. Okay, then what are you going to be? You will be at a higher level or you will be at a lower level employee? Higher level employee. You want to achieve the higher level position in the organization, be technical plus business. Business management, technical. If you have both skills, you will be number one. There's no doubt about it. So as a technology developer, you want to achieve the highest level of solution architect role, who will drive the project, design the project, develop the project. Both you can drive the teams. Then you should have knowledge about technology as well as business. Then only you can be a good solution architect. That's why I'm telling you all the time, business comparison with technology. I'm not simply giving you definitions. Inheritance means accessing the parent class properties into child class. I'm not leaving it. Inheritance is going to give you reusability and all. I told you the reason why inheritance exists in the technology. You understand now? That much of realization is much needed for any technical person. Without this realization, if you still learning inheritance as a definition, you will be able to practically implement it, but you can never become a solution architect. You will become a worker all the time. You understand? Everyone clear online? Okay. So now these are the two types of classes. I will ask you one question. Think about the practical world. Now you keep aside the real world. Don't think about the real world. Only think about technology and answer me. Practically, is it possible to run a business application having only concrete classes, not even a single abstract class? Practically, without considering the real world. Don't match with real world. Throw away real world. Only take technology. One technology I have taken and I am creating one application, so many classes, all are concrete, not even a single abstract. My business will run or not? It will run or not? It will run. That means in a technology perspective, abstract class is nothing. But when you compare with real world, it must be there. So using or not, in whose hands now? Your hand. Matching with real world, you must use it. You are not matching means you can go. Abstract class in a technology is actually nothing. Okay. Without abstract class, I can create everything as a concrete. I can run my application. There won't be any issue. But it will not match your real world. Someone will go to verification department and execute it to create a transaction. It will make the transaction because you created as a concrete. But your business is running, but it is violating the real world process. So your application is wrong. Your development, your design is wrong. So without abstract class, is it possible to have an application or not? Only technical perspective. It is possible. Now I am asking you another question. Without a concrete class, all abstract classes, is it possible to have one application even technically? It's not possible. Why it's not possible, you said? There is nothing can be executable, right? Nothing is as available as executable. It is inert. What you can do with inert? Nothing, right? So having at least one concrete class is must in a business application. Having no abstract class is also okay in application as per the technical aspect. But comparing with real world, definitely you'll have abstract. So abstract is being introduced for some business reasons. To match the real world, abstract class type is introduced. But actually, only one class exists in the technology. What was that? Concrete. See, you have concrete class. Okay. Attributes plus functionalities plus transaction initiation. Remove transaction initiation facility. What will be remaining? Abstract will be remaining. Means abstract is subset of concrete. Abstract is subset of concrete or not? So I'm making you realize the ground level. Okay. Okay, that's done. I am done with types of classes. Anyone has any questions or any doubts about types of classes? I'm taking enough time to explain. I'm not simply giving you definition like someone may
Sir,
take.
what do you mean so abstract is subset of concrete? What is that meaning?
Look at this statement. These statements. Attributes plus functional plus additionally one more feature is there. If you remove this feature minus this feature, what will be remaining from concrete? It will be concrete with a removal of transaction initiation facility will become subset. That's the meaning of subset. Understand? The one who has asked me the question. Respond now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. And what is the next topic? I will tell you. Okay, we have 7 minutes, right? OOTB classes in Pega. Just by name I will give you and we realize whether it is abstract or concrete. OOTB classes available in Pega. See, what is meant by OOTB? Out of the box. Abbreviation is out of the box, I know. But predefined. What is that? Predefined are built-in or ready-made. Predefined are built-in or ready-made. Means which comes with the system. System you purchased. What comes with along with system is ready-made now. That's we call in Pega as OOTB. Pega rules process commander has one predefined application which contains predefined functionalities. What is the name of that application?
Pega platform.
Pega platform. Right? Pega platform application contains predefined functionalities. That's what we discussed now. I have shown you one functional component, send email, notification, all the time I am showing you this because you can easily understand by name. This functional component is there in Pega platform application. That's okay. But just yesterday or day before yesterday, we realized one point. Application doesn't contain functionalities directly. Application contains, classes contains functionalities. Classes will be there inside application. Understand? Classes will be there inside application. Classes contains functionality. Ultimately, functionality is there inside application. No. In that sense, I told at the beginning. At the beginning, we don't know about classes, right? That time I told you simply application contains functionalities. If you go and see a little bit in depth, application will have functionalities. Bank is application, departments are classes. Application will have classes. Inside classes, you have functionality. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Now, Pega platform has predefined functional components means Pega platform application should have classes or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Online students. So Pega platform application is a predefined application which has so many predefined classes. These classes have so many functionalities which we will use while working. Now here you go. Pega platform application predefined classes @ base class. This is a topmost class of entire Pega platform. What does it mean? It's a top level parent of anything in Pega. Pega started from which class? Base class. Then child classes, so many. Base class. And under this, work dash, that hyphen you need to read as dash, comma, data dash, int dash. Don't by heart. Leave it. Just look at it and leave it. You'll remember automatically while we are using it. Okay. Index dash, embed dash, code dash, rule dash, assign dash, like this. 14 topmost classes are there. Okay. Now, all these OOTB classes, there are even many. Topmost I am talking about. All these classes which are available in Pega will have so many. Each class contains some functionality, some functionalities like that. These classes functionalities we can reuse. These classes are all abstract classes. All these classes are, this top level, whatever you are seeing are abstract. The top level classes in Pega platform all are abstract classes. Okay. Our classes will always inherit from Pega platform class. Why? Our application classes will always inherit from Pega platform classes. What is the reason? See, I have send email notification functional component. It is available in which class? CL means class. Available in which class? Blaze class. If this functional component, if I want access into my application classes, should there be inheritance relation or not? So predefined classes functionalities, if I want access, I need inheritance relation defined between predefined classes to my application classes. That point we will discuss later. But Pega platform has some OOTB classes, just I gave the name. All the predefined OOTB functionalities that are available in Pega platform are there in OOTB class. OOTB classes. Which class contains which functional component later. But Pega platform comes up with OOTB functional components. Those functional components will be available in OOTB classes of Pega. Okay. Pega platforms OOTB functional components will be available in the OOTB classes. These OOTB classes are part of Pega platform application. Pega platform application. This is one additional point. Last one is one additional point to make you realize Pega platform functionalities will be there in OOTB classes. Understand clear, everyone? Further, I will tell you tomorrow. So today, what did we discuss? Today we discussed about inheritance concept and the why. What is the purpose inheritance exists in the technology? Advantages of inheritance. Plus types of classes. What is the reason two types of classes are there in the technology, and the which class usually will go to the top level, which class usually will come to the bottom level. Usually, when I use that word, why am I using usually word? That's not a mandatory thing. Abstract should always be there on top. Okay, usually means as per the business, it will usually go at the top level. Okay, following the business structure only, we will design our technical. Okay. Okay, so that's it for today. See, you might be feeling like these are simple two topics, inheritance and class types, but for discussion it has taken almost 40 minutes. So we mainly focused on why instead of simple definitions. I did not simply give you definition. Why the technology exists like this. That's where I am fully focusing on. I can even simply tell you abstract class is something where transactions cannot be initiated. Abstract classes are parent classes of concrete classes in an application. Concrete class is the one transactions can be initiated. Bottom level will be concrete. My work is done. I don't have to tell you these many examples and all. But why I told you is I am trying to make you realize this is the way to learn the technology. This is the way to debug, to understand the technical aspects. Technically, you want to learn, always go with the real world business. Then only you will be a good technical person. Any concept you are learning, the concept related reality you think about and then match it and try to learn. Then you will be number one. Understand clear? You need to spend some time. It's not that you read and throw away your books. Try to remember. That's a wrong practice. Never try to remember. Understand the concept, analyze it, slowly open it, analyze fully, draw your own diagrams, match with real world business. Let it take 2 hours, no problem. But that will be for lifetime. In 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you try to read and remember, that will be for next 10 days or 15 days. Unless there is a picture in your mind about something, you can never remember it. Yesterday I told you one example. Okay. Can you tell me what are those keywords? Tumbler, water, light, paper, kid,
Butterfly.
windshield, someone kid, butterfly, boat.
Boat.
You are connecting everything in with that story. Without that story, will you be able to remember? That's what
No.
learning. I'm not only teaching you Pega for your information. This is the way you have to learn. Okay. Fine. You can wind up for today. Thank you for joining you.